More than 90% of the world's Kentucky Bluegrass comes from the Pacific Northwest. The grass in your lawn or your local park probably started in a field just like this one. Now for turfgrass seed farmers, the process starts in late summer, as soon as they finish harvesting their other crops.
We're planting the same seed in the field here today that you plant in your yard.
Fields are plowed and seeded as quickly as possible, and within weeks, you can start to see the little green blades of grass peeking through the dirt.
The stage of growth that we're at right now is probably what you'd see in most lawns, but this is just the beginning stages of what we're doing for turfgrass seed production. For right now, we're just trying to make sure that the grass is happy as it can be going into winter.
Even though the grass won't be harvested for another year, this is the most crucial time of the plant's growth. Farmers are kind of like scientists. They're calculating and putting precise amounts of water and fertilizer onto the fields.
There's a couple different nutrients that we look at for the majority of what we're doing in the grass. Nitrogen is going to be the main one that we're concerned with, but we also look at phosphorus and potassium, also a handful of other micronutrients to make sure that the soil and the plants are well balanced.
As fall gives way to winter, the perennial grass goes dormant under an insulating layer of snow. But in the spring, the grass reemerges, lush and emerald green. Farmers check the roots to make sure they're well established, and they check the moisture levels and look for disease and weeds that might contaminate their high-quality seed harvest. Finally, after growing all summer, the grass is ready to be harvested.
This is the same field that we saw just a couple months ago that just looked like your lawn at home. Today it looks a lot different than that. Where at home you are trying to create that nice turf, and so mowing it just keeps it in the vegetative state. Instead of mowing out here, we let the field grow up into the seed production state.
Swathers move through the fields at night, cutting the stalks and laying them down to dry.
We start our swathing process late at night after the dew sets in. There's just enough moisture in the air that the seed will hold in the seed head and not fall out.
After a week of drying in the hot July sun, the seeds are ready to be separated from the stalk, so a giant combine goes to work.
We've waited an appropriate amount of time for the crop to dry down after it's been swathed. The combines are now coming along, picking up the windrows and running them through the machine. The combine is actually a mobile cleaning machine. We take all the material that is being swathed and put it in the front end. It is aggressively ground down to the point where the seed separates from the rest of the straw. Then air is blown through there and cleaned out so that we are left with just the straw on one part and the seed on the other part.
The stalks and leaves of the grass plant are baled up as food for livestock, while the seeds are dumped into a truck and taken to a seed processor. These seeds will end up in lawns, athletic fields, and parks all over the world.